father was born in a family of 12 kids, and my mom was born in a family of 7. And 7 wasn't even considered as a lot. And you know what? It feels like our grandparents always knew what to do with their free time. Because during the speech preparation, I literally asked my mom if our grandparents had a job. Because my granny was giving birth every 2 years. It sounds like a factory of kids with their own production plan and KPIs, I don't know. But thanks to that, I have a lot of relatives. Let's do simple math together. So on the example of my father's side, 12 of them, all of them married, means +1. All of them having their kids from 1 to 6. So it's already 57 people. You know, all of their kids are already adults. They are getting married, they are having their own kids. And I mean, the family is growing, and it's only my father's side. You know, having that many relatives for many people is something very tough, and it is sometimes. But how many of you blog their relatives on Instagram? Would you please raise your hand? And or you know, pretend you don't know them when Instagram keeps suggesting you like you might know. Like no, I don't know them. So yeah, but you know, finding good things is always way more difficult than finding bad ones. So at certain point of my life, I realized that having that many people with blood connection is a true blessing. And when I say blood connection, I literally mean that, because when like my uncle and my aunt helped me with direct blood transfusion when I had burned my hand at the age of 1.5. I was in a very critical condition, and probably that's the main reason why I survived. So it's a true blessing, right? Another good thing that I really like is a tradition called asar. It's when some of your relatives is building their home, people gather together to help. Sometimes they are spending more time arguing than helping, but I still think that's beautiful. I want to give you 2 tips that will help you to make these interactions easier. First of them is you need to learn how to deal with different people, and you need to take it as a social challenge. There is a great book called The Define and Decade. If you haven't read it, I really recommend you to read it. It provides clarity on many aspects of your life. There was a point about power of weak ties. Let me explain. So people usually surround themselves with people with same interests and same opinions. Your close friends, your close family members, they usually support you, they do help you, but most of the times they have same perception of many things. So the book states that you're not growing if you're surrounded by people with same points of view. So it recommends you to simply network and deal with different people. It can be a bit difficult to deal with complete strangers, so I really recommend you to try it on your relatives. Because, you know, like in any social group, there is a hierarchy within your relatives too. Like, there are some people of power, kind of decision makers. There are some people who are like event organizers, budget holders, people responsible for meat delivery, people responsible for gossip delivery. And each of these interactions requires customized approach. It's like just like working with different customers, you need to find a way to make it work. Sometimes all you need to do is just to highlight the importance of this person. Sometimes you need to feed them first. And yeah, you can learn to deal with different people of different ages and different mindsets. Second thing is accept your relatives. It is very easy to say, but very difficult to do. What I believe that you cannot fully accept yourself with your own imperfections unless you learn to accept others with their imperfections. So instead of changing them, instead of convincing them to believe that you are right, you need to just to accept the fact that they are different people with their own beliefs, their own lifestyle. And for example, if you are an atheist, doesn't mean that everybody should be one, and vice versa. And you know, I really like how it works right now within my relatives, because we have some sporty girls wearing tiny shorts, we have some hijabis, we have some educated people, uneducated people, we have some people who spend all their money because they only live once, we have some people who save all their money because they want to think about their tomorrow. They don't understand each other, but they accept each other. Mostly. Okay. So we found out that we can have some quality time together. We play board games, we go to waterfalls, just like on this photo. We sometimes organize events when we don't invite our parents because they can spoil all this vibe. And yes, so 2 tips for you. First, you need to take it as a social challenge. Second, you need to accept your relatives. If you ask me if it's always fun and joy, it is not. Can you just imagine how many people can potentially ask me when I'm going to get married? And I'm like, yes, acceptance, social challenge. Yes, so, but I believe that these 2 tips will help you to build healthier relationships with your relatives.